On the 250th anniversary of Tattersalls, new record annual turnover of 265 million was recorded. The third consecutive year over 260 million guineas mark has been topped. The sale of the jewel in the Juddmonte draft, a daughter of Group 1 winner Banks Hill, for 775,000 guineas, marked the moment the figure was achieved, also owing in part to the week's sale topper, the dam of Jewel Derby winner Harzand, who sold on Tuesday for 2 million guineas.
She was the most beautiful mare, really, really lovely mare. I mean, I loved her when we bought her. Oliver St. Lawrence helped me buy her, and she was a beautiful mare, lovely head. She was already a successful broodmare and from a great family, so she was a very easy horse for us to buy. She cost a little bit more than we wanted to at the time. Who knew then that she would turn out to be a bargain? She was just a lovely mare to look after, a real queen. She had to make a fair bit for us to let her go. She was, hard to let dams of Derby winners go easily, and there was so much interest from everybody you'd expect. I was pretty confident she'd sell well. I didn't think she'd make two, but that was great.
As always, the Tattersalls December mare sale attracted a broad spectrum of both international and domestic purchasers, all keen to invest in the premier European pedigrees.
Market's strong for the kind of mares we're looking for. We're looking for the better black type quality mare. We've been getting there, but they're making their money.
The relatively small number of cherries have sold extremely well. I'm sure there were quite a lot of disappointed people trying to buy in the upper echelons because there just weren't enough horses for them.
Well, I think as we've seen through most of North America and in fact the rest of the world, quality is definitely selling and selling very well. For an American perspective, it means that we have a chance to get into bloodlines that sadly we are missing, and that is why you see quite a number of Americans coming over. I've always enjoyed coming here. I have a client who has supported the sale, both from a buying point of view and this year a selling point of view. And with such an international group of buyers, I think that the quality that is here, we really do need to pay attention to.
Well, I'm buying brood mares for Rosemont, stud in Victoria, in Australia. We stand about 3 stallions there, and also next year we're standing a new stallion in New Zealand called Tarzino, and he's a dual Group 1 winner, and we're coming to look for some lovely new pedigrees from Europe to cross with him at the stud next year. This is the holy grail of bloodstock as far as I'm concerned, and some of the pedigrees that we've been able to buy in the last 2 days are going to be very exciting for our venture in Australia and New Zealand.
We had a pretty solid sale. Definitely, we had a very good range and diversity of buyers, which is really important. I think the good thing that people like about Juddmonte is that obviously Prince Khalid retains and races the families, and so we're supporting them even after they bought the horse. Really, they're hoping to improve. It's part of the attraction of buying from Juddmonte, but we had a good do.
Well, from time to time we like to buy sort of high-class mares from the Northern Hemisphere just to supplement our broodmare band. We're always looking for really high-class bloodlines, and from time to time there's a few that have really appealed to us, and there was a few in the catalogue here. We like the really good families and the things that we think can breed good horses, but also be commercial in the yearling market. Primarily that's what we do, but if we can find sort of things that are otherwise really difficult to find, there's a few in the catalogue here, they're the things that sort of have got us here.
Yes, I love to come to Tattersalls since 10 years. For 10 years, we are in Austria. We are a little thoroughbred nation, but we are always happy to buy here good horses for a good price. And we are in Austria, in Hungary, in Budapest, in Bratislava. We are successful with the horses from Great Britain. I also buy mares, and I'm happy to have good international blood in my stud.
The people here could not have been more phenomenal. I've had a great time.
Tattersalls sales director Jimmy George reflected on what's been another record-breaking sale.
Well, I think overall we'd have to be very pleased with the way 2016's gone for Tattersalls. It has been a very special year for us. 250 years since the firm was founded by Richard Tattersall. Humble origins, to be still making progress 250 years later is certainly a matter of some pride. In this special year, we've achieved record turnover for the year of just over 265 million guineas. It's the third year in the last 4 that we've achieved record annual turnover. In the 250th year, it just feels that little bit more of an achievement, and it's a huge reflection or a huge tribute to everybody who plays a part, whether it's big or small. It's the vendors and the purchasers that make Tattersalls a success story and that have kept the firm on a roll for all of that 250 years. You know, it's a big achievement, and certainly this year we've had plenty of highlights to look back on. Record-breaking October yearling sales, the highest price yearling sold at public auction in the world for the 5th consecutive year at Book 1 of the October yearling sale. Record turnover at the Autumn Horses in Training sale, always a unique event. It really is an extraordinarily international sale, matched or surpassed only by the December sale in that respect, which is widely regarded as the most international thoroughbred sale in the world. And I think this year's renewal demonstrated that. Again, we had buyers here from every continent in the world, all making a great contribution at every level of the market. Whilst it was a vintage year in terms of the history of the company, the catalogue for the December breeding stock sale was a little short of stars. But bearing that in mind, I think that all of the key indicators have held up extraordinarily well. The 2 million guineas sale-topping mare Hazaria, dam of dual Derby winner Harzand, pretty unique to be offering the dam of a Derby winner in the year of that Derby triumph, and she made a great price. And I think the race fillies very much commanded premium sums throughout the week. So it was a really good solid sale from start to finish, not only for the breeding stock but for the foals as well. So we can look back on a special, almost unique year with a degree of satisfaction, and hopefully plenty to look forward to for the next 250 years.